Hello and welcome everyone, my name is The Clever Fool. Today we'll be playing the second level of Tamerlane, Gurkhan of Persia. No Steam achievement to be unlocked here, so we won't be talking about those. Let's go ahead and get started.
Convinced that my guest knew a great deal about this Tamerlane, I asked him for more insight. I had heard that Tamerlane had been maimed by arrow wounds to his hand and leg. How could his armies accept a lame man as their leader? A fair question, he answered. It is said that Tamerlane and his fellow tribesmen agreed to decide who would lead them by a foot race. Although Tamerlane's men ran more swiftly, he cast his cup onto the stake marking their goal, and thus won the race. This man seemed cunning as a fox, a dangerous adversary for any commander. I asked my guest to continue his tale. Tamerlane gazed southwest to Persia, a land torn by strife ever since the fall of the Gurkhan. Persia was vast, its terrain a challenge to any ambitious conqueror. It was not easy. Tamerlane, however, could count on the support of his ally, Toktamish, who had reunified the Golden Horde. Together, they would ride down the squabbling Persian kingdoms.
Okay, so it seems like the perspective is we are a ruler of some sort, and our guest is telling us about Tamerlane's exploits. Now, my prediction is that by the end of the campaign, we, as the rulers, are going to be ousted by Tamerlane here. That's just my guess. Our main objectives here are to destroy the castle in 3 of the 5 enemy cities: Herat, Zaranj, Isfahan, Sultania, and Tabriz. Our secondary objectives are for Toktamish it just says that he will periodically provide our army with reinforcements. I don't know if that's so much as an objective as a bonus. As long as at least one market stands in Sabzevar, in gray, you will receive tribute from them. Okay, so Sabzevar is our ally there. And as long as the town center in Sabzevar stands, you will receive villagers from them. Sounds good. So we want to protect our friends Sabzevar here. And look at their score. They must have tons of resources. Our hints tell us that Tamerlane's forces are still confined to the castle age, but can support a population limit of 200. You cannot construct town centers or create additional villagers in this scenario. Okay. Your allies will periodically provide you with tribute, reinforcements, and additional villagers, however, provided that you can defend them. Take advantage of the abundant resources near your starting location to jumpstart your growth. As you expand, you may find it prudent to invest in other sources of income, such as trade or fishing. Use the market to balance your economy. That sounds useful. So they're telling us that even though we can't create additional villagers, we can still create trade carts and fishing ships. That'll be useful information there for sure. Be on the lookout for ways that you can cripple enemy resource income or even turn your enemies against each other. And lastly, monks are an excellent counter to war elephants. Our scouts report that Tamerlane's army in purple has descended upon the rich land of Persia, supported by the forces of Toktamish in yellow, who camps to the north. Persia is divided among several squabbling factions. The Sarbadars, based in the city of Sabzevar in gray, have pledged themselves to Tamerlane's cause. Excuse me. Their forces are few, but the economic support they can provide will be invaluable. The Kartids rule the city of Herat in blue, or Herat. In the east of the map, owing to their Turkish origins, they field an army composed of light cavalry and cavalry archers. Okay. The Mirabanids control the city of Zaranj in green to the southeast. Their army consists primarily of camel riders and war elephants. Goodness gracious. The Musafrids have their seat in the great city of Isfahan in Siam. They levy an army of swordsmen and skirmishers, urged on by devout clerics. How annoying. And the Chobanid city of Sultania in red lies near the southern shore of the Caspian Sea. They employ several crossbowmen, while their Tatar elites surround themselves with bodyguards of Keshiks. Interesting. I thought we were fighting Persians here. Guess not. And lastly, the Jalayurid city of Tabriz lies far to the west and is known for its cavalry archers, pikemen, and mangonels. So it looks like we've got a very diverse set of enemies here. Goodness, I'm so sorry, guys. Every once in a while, my cough flares up a little bit. I don't want that to stop me from making commentaries, but dang, it's kind of rough there. Sorry about that. Let's go ahead and do a quick summary here. So basically, we need to protect gray. We have allies in blue, or in yellow. And then we have... So blue is basically the nomadic tribes. Green is basically the heavy cavalry side. Cyan is weak units, but strong monks. Red is elite bodyguards and bowmen, I guess. Kind of a strange combo. And lastly, it doesn't even tell us their color. They're orange. They seem to be pretty balanced in terms of what they make.
Descend upon the cities of Persia, my riders! Strike fast and hard at our enemies!
Okay, let's see what we have to start with. There's some gold piles nearby. We begin with some stables. Let's pick up husbandry as soon as possible. Let's also pick up our cavalry technologies.
Amir, we should hasten to press our advantage. Well-directed actions can sap our enemies of their strength.
Okay, so now we have a bunch of secondary objectives all of a sudden. So we can besiege Herat in blue by constructing a tower on each of the flag locations surrounding the city. Destroy the tower and trade workshop at the irrigation facility near Zaranj to cut off its water supply. Destroy the docks near Sultania in red to cripple its economy. Destroy Tabriz's in orange monastery near Isfahan in cyan to set off hostilities between Tabriz and Isfahan. Ooh. And destroy the brigand mountain camp in Luristan near Tabriz in orange to do what? We don't really know. But there are tons of objectives here. Let's see which one we should try first. Zaranj is the most far away, but it feels like it might be the most valuable one here. In any case, we should focus on researching texts and getting units out. We'll need to make sure that we protect gray as well. I wonder how far on the defensive we need to be. But I think I'm going to go for the tower one last because I want to use my stone for castles instead. Let's actually get a stone mine up ASAP and train some more cavalry archers where we're able to. Is that the monastery that we need to destroy? Yes. Okay. Let's set off hostilities between the two as soon as possible. Let's get a university up. Good. And let's actually...
Targets simply beg to be plundered.
Very nice.
Tabriz will surely blame us for the sacking of their monastery, Tamerlane. If you bring us the relic you found in the ruins, we will join you against Tabriz.
Ooh, sounds useful. Grab this relic. Let's send the cavalry archers over as an escort here.
We have raided more supplies for you, Tamerlane.
Perfect. Let's see what the next objective we can complete here is. So we've destroyed the monastery, and now we want to actually bring the relic inside one of the monasteries in Isfahan, which is in Teal. That sounds like a great idea. Having yet another ally will be very good for us. And in the meantime, what's the next one? We don't want to do the tower objective yet. I guess the easiest one would be the trade workshop, right? Yeah, let's do the trade workshop next.
These laborers will work for you.
Let's pick up ballistics. Let's build a mill. Build another mill here. Send this guy to gold. Well, we weren't the ones that brought the relic. Will they still join us, even though they're the ones that captured the relic? They should still join us, right? Would be kind of disappointing if they didn't.
You are a man of your Tamerlane. Together, we shall crush Tabriz.
Nice. Okay, next we want to take out Green's mill and cripple their water supply, because they seem to have the most dangerous forces. We need to build houses. Let's research wood tech here and build a bunch of houses back in this area. It's the trade workshop, the tower and the trade workshop. All right, we're relatively nearby. We're really low on wood. Let's actually put these guys back on wood. And while we have the cavalry focused down, the archers focused down the elephants, we'll have the rest of our army focus on the trade workshops. Let's back up just a little bit. The tower's almost done.
We have raided more supplies for you, Tamerlane.
Perfect.
Of their water supply, the defenders of Zaranj cannot survive for long.
Let's back up.
Will help you in your battles.
Nice. We got horse archers as well. I don't know where they came from. There they are. Wow, there's so much stuff going on in this scenario. Let's build camels, step lancers, light cavalry. 4 more laborers. Let's build up a castle here. And come back here to heal up and use our siege workshops to produce some more. Where's our siege workshop at? There it is. To produce some more rams. Blue's starting to send some attackers. Let's actually step over here to defend Gray a bit. Here are the Keshiks and the Mangudai. We're going to want to keep up our Gray friends here as soon as possible, for as long as possible. I'm not too worried. What I am worried about is our economy. Our production of villagers is pretty slow, but we do get lots of tributes. And it does seem like Gray is capable of somewhat defending themselves. Let's send these workers over to stone so that we can build more castles later. And think about building trade carts. And I think the next target should be Sultania's docks. Are we able to build our own docks? Sultania's sending crossbowmen at us. It's not too intimidating. No idle villagers. But it does seem like Gray is pretty much green is pretty much out of the fight for now. And orange should be getting occupied with teal. I don't really see a way to get to these docks, however, without being able to build a navy. I guess we are able to build a navy. There's nothing in the hints. Nothing in the hints that says we can't. Good. More supplies is always nice. Let's keep fighting with the hill advantage. Keshiks are very tanky. We can deal with them. We've got tons of archers here. Let's pick up caravans so that our trade carts move faster. More laborers is nice. More stone mines would be good. Now the red Keshiks are pretty tanky, but in the absence of anything else, I don't really think they can do much to us. So let's instead focus on taking the units out and then finishing off red. We have to be somewhat careful though. We don't have limitless units. We should have all the upgrades that we need as well. Let's grab treadmill crane. We're probably going to lose this first set of rams, unfortunately. We don't have the economy to support building anymore. How much is each trade cart bringing back for us? Just 19 gold. That's not enough at all.
More supplies for you, Tamerlane.
Very good. But the important thing here is to get more stone. We actually have a good amount of stone now. Let's pick up silk armor. And train some light cavalry and more rams.
Archers will help you in your battles.
Thank you very much, Taktamish. Our main issue here is we have no way of really providing the enemy strong, really knocking down enemy buildings without battering rams, and I don't really like using battering rams. We can start thinking about building the towers to start sieging the city. But the docks, man, I don't really. They're so far out in the water there that I don't really know. I guess the next thing to do would be to try to defeat the Brigand Mountain camp. Out of gold here. More villagers. Let's build towers. Let's build one there. Lost one of our precious villagers. We're still in good shape. We're getting plenty of reinforcements. I'm completely unconcerned here. Our techs are all research as well. And in fact, we should think about... I'm actually not going to build the towers just yet. I'm actually instead going to build a castle probably like right here. We're also going to want to pick up War Galley Tech at some point. The good news is we have plenty of resources to create rams. Now we have no shortage of gold, but we're only limited by our economy here. Let's build another castle overlooking our dock to protect it. Is that the Isfahan guy healing the enemy war elephant there? Unfortunate. More supplies is good. More supplies means more rams. Means more light cavalry. And it means heated shot. Why not? We're still losing villagers in the north, sadly. We want to pick up gold shaft mining next. Let's distract the boats for just a little while. 4 villagers is nice. Let's have them mine this wood here. Start training Keshik. Think about upgrading to War Galley as well. But we really should be focusing on ram production here. And breaking the Reds' will to fight. More Keshiks, more Rams. Let's also train some more cavalry archers. Low on wood again. We've only got the 8 wood choppers, and we're constantly building new buildings here. One of the pitfalls of not being able to build your own villagers. Oh, I see. Okay, so there's bridges here. But I mean, isn't destroying their ranges and castle effectively taking red already out of the fight? I don't really see the point of this secondary objective. Much appreciate it. We could use our own source of wood. That would be probably the best. That castle is almost down, but not quite.
These horse archers will help you in your battles.
Perfect. And let's use these to...
Bandits will never again claim the lands of the Gurkhanate as their own.
I mean, alright. I guess that completes our secondary objective too. It just seems very weird. I guess if we had boats, but attacking from the water seems about as clumsy as attacking from the land here. That's one castle down, thankfully. Teal is still being raided by blue here, but it's not a huge problem again. Let's build this tower here. Let's finish building that. Let's have our trade cart get back to work over here. And let's not waste our time dealing with the ships. Instead, we'll go over here and attack Orange. And green is just completely out of the picture. These bases actually are not that big at all. So truthfully, we should have been able to finish this much faster than we ended up doing so. So this must be Orange's actual base. This is just their mountain camp. That's one tower. Let's do another one. Let's do another one here. More supplies is always appreciated. Let's funnel those into more battering rams. Let's actually build some step lancers. Because why not? These guys are the guys that make cavalry archers, pikemen, and mangonels. They get countered pretty hard by our new friends in teal, though. The mountain camp is almost destroyed. Not quite, but it's more or less an inevitability. I do appreciate how there's so many resources scattered around the map. More villagers, appreciated as always. Let's keep the battering ram production coming. Let's keep the archer production coming. Let's keep the steppe lancer production coming. Let's build more trade carts. And is it even worth it to fish? I mean, I guess it could be. No, we lost these villagers. I wonder if this tower goes down, will I lose access? Will I decrement my tower counter there? Only one way to find out, I suppose. More steppe lancers. More battering rams.
None shall plunder the caravans to Mecca no longer. Hurl the prisoners from the crags.
And we do lose progress by not having all the towers built. That's actually very cool. And actually, let's move our entire army now as a unit over to finish off Orange alongside our buddies Teal. And I feel like with reinforcements and tribute coming in this quickly, that you'd have to be actively trying to lose this campaign. This is a one sword for a reason. Like, you don't even really need to manage your economy at all. You just have fun and crush the enemy. I think the key is to make sure that you cripple green early, because they really are the only ones that have a remotely threatening team composition. There's the Orange Castle. These guys are Mongols. We're actually a bit short on stone here. Let's have these guys mine some. I should solve that issue. And start breaking these guys down. Start with the gate. It's not even a fortified gate. Mongol guard towers are so cute. They look like little hats. Let's move all of them forward to the castle. And in fact, keep producing rams and keep producing step lancers here. We're barely even really utilizing our pop space.
We have readied more supplies for you, Tamerlane.
The supplies are appreciated, but this should be our second castle going down soon. As we set about plundering Herat.
Medjalayir flees west like a mouse before lions. Tamerlane is ours.
Perfect. And now we can actually ignore them. I don't care if Teal stays there for the rest of their lives.
Tabriz was appreciated, Tamerlane. But it is time for you to leave our lands for good.
Oh,
Less from a ruler who thought nothing of putting out his father's eyes. Isfahan will burn to the ground.
the backstab does make sense here. It is annoying, but at least it makes sense. To be fair, we can't really blame them, because the fact that we destroyed their monastery is what caused them to seek an alliance with us to begin with. We actually only need to destroy one more castle.
These laborers will work for you.
And truth be told, I don't really want to deal with monks. But then again, I also don't really want to deal with... I also don't really want to deal with war elephants either. I suppose we can focus our efforts on Teal since we're already here anyhow.
We have readied more supplies for you.
More supplies are always welcomed. Let's actually build this tower here. And start the rams in. And we should try to scout around for their castle, though I suspect it'll be in the middle of their base. I'd be surprised if it was anything other than that. See, Toktamish is a guy that I can rely on. I knew he was a bro. I helped him out earlier, and now he's helping me out.
These towers, our sentries can spot incoming supplies and prevent them from reaching Herat.
Great. I suspect Teal's castle must be across the bridge here. So let's just bust a huge hole into their walls. And and continue producing rams and other archer units. We could probably build some more production buildings with our villagers. Let's actually construct that, convert that elephant to work for us. Perfect. And we're actually low on wood. Not really sure what to think of that. This ram pathfinding though, no good. This is why I'll always prefer trebuchets. And they even have like a navy in their moat here. How quaint.
More supplies for you, Tamerlane.
Much appreciated with the supplies. Now, if I really wanted to be super efficient about this, I'd actually take these villagers and use them to build more siege workshops here. Take these villagers and actually do the same. And keep continuing our raid into Isfahan. And honestly, this is just a great level if you just want to autopilot. I'm playing nowhere near optimally here. But we're getting the job done.
These laborers will work for you,
Selam.
Tamerlane.
Actually, Teal is making a decent push here. I'll just make the victory all the more sweet. Let's retreat our villagers because we can't really make any more of those. We gotta be conscious of that. Villagers in the late game are still not expendable in this level.
We have raided more supplies for you.
These horse archers will help you in your battles.
Tamish with the clutch reinforcements as always. Come on, Rami boys. I know you'll be able to find your way over to them eventually. But come on, this is just a little bit embarrassing. I will say that Teal's army comp is probably the best suited to fighting our army comp. Constant production of monks. Constant inflow of skirmishers. But this castle should be coming down once our rams decide to grow a brain and make their way over. And there we go.
These laborers will work for you.
Isfahan reduced to a charnel house. It shall never rise again.
We have grown powerful together, Tamerlane. But only one
Are you kidding me?
rule the hordes of the steppe.
Oh, really? Now that one was unexpected. We might lose a lot of units here, actually. I did not see this one coming. But now we have to destroy Toktamish's castle, so let's move our army back up to the north. Let's secure our economy for now.
Nice for you, Tamerlane.
We're going to lose our trade carts. But fortunately, we still have some castles sprinkled about. Aw, man. And here I was just talking about how Toktamish was such a bro. His forces don't seem all that threatening, however. Once we rebuild our production buildings, we should be in good shape here. No, we're not going to be able to build a castle there. Toktamish. We could have been friends. We could have had it all, man. Rolling in the deep. We've got no need to preserve any of these buildings here. And our army's basically returned. We still have tons and tons of resources. Toktamish obviously won't be providing us with reinforcements anymore. So we may in fact need to look for some more consistent sources of food. I guess this is where building the fishing ships comes into play.
These laborers will work for you.
Let's put these villas on stone. Perhaps down here.
We have raided more supplies for you, Tamerlane.
But man, oh man, is this a massive annoyance. I guess I should have seen it coming, right? Toktamish wasn't gonna be our friends forever. I mean, after all, this is the Tamerlane campaign. This isn't the Tamerlane and Toktamish campaign. Let's try to bait these guys back to our castle. And start shifting our rams forward. And leading these guys to our castles while fighting on the hill definitely seems to be the right decision. Let's build more step lancers. Start moving our lance forward. Let's get a ram push going. And try to find some spare villagers to set up more military production buildings. Now, unfortunately for us, because they have Megadai, they're going to have an advantage when it comes to killing our siege equipment. I think the solution here is to just outproduce them. Our population was just never high enough. More laborers. Let's put these on wood. And keep pumping out units. Let's put all the rams on the castles, and our other units on everything else. More supplies, always welcome. And let's build a forward castle right on top of them. Maybe like, oh, it is very rough terrain. Maybe like right there. Let's get a couple more stables out. Actually, seems like our attack here has fizzled out somewhat. Let's go ahead and retreat and regroup a little bit. Man, this tower is still just dutifully shooting away at my siege workshop there. Okay, seems like our army is once again in relatively strong at relatively strong power levels here. I hope my fishing ships don't run into any remaining of the defeated red and orange navy here.
These laborers will work for you.
Man, those fire towers really do a lot of DPS.
Upgraded more supplies for you.
We just got an achievement, actually. Too lame to tame. I think that's the Keshik achievement for farming up gold. Really do need to do something about these fire towers. They absolutely melt rams. But unfortunately, Taktamish, his days are numbered. He's essentially out of production buildings. Now it's a nice fortress. A tough shell to crack, to be sure. Especially with the fire towers. But, fire towers alone are not going to be good enough here. The thing is, they don't do lots of damage, but they actually attack, like, so frequently that they actually could do well against the rams. I kind of wish I was able to build fire towers of my own. One of Tuktamish's castles are down. He's got one more left to go. Man, this icon on the minimap keeps distracting me. I keep thinking I'm being under attack by someone. But no. We're good. Let's speed things along by throwing in a couple of barely boys inside.
More supplies for you, Tamerlane.
We actually have a good number of villagers now, too.
Flee, Toktamesh, while you still can. My hordes will pursue you all the way to Russia.
Go get him. Very good. I guess I should have seen the backstab of Toktamish a little bit earlier. But nothing wrong with having faith in your friends, right? Overall, pretty fun mission. It'd be really hard to lose this one. It's definitely one of the easiest levels that I've played so far. If I played optimally, I could have finished this up much quicker than I ended up doing. But you know how it is coming up right after work. Sorry if the commentary today was a bit dry. I'm still not feeling super above the weather yet. But yeah, in case you were somehow having trouble with this level, that's how you beat it. Gray was actually very easy to protect. They're really only in danger from blue if you take out green. And castling up in front of blue's base is going to be more than enough to take care of them because they don't produce any rams or anything like that. As for red, I don't really see a way to destroy their docks early on without just straight up defeating them, other than by producing a bunch of ships. And I can only see you producing ships if you have lots of wood. And truthfully, I just think it's probably faster and easier to just destroy red. There's no need to fulfill that secondary objective at all. Keeping in mind that teal betrays you once orange is gone. I still think that the highest value that we got was destroying that monastery early on so that we got teal on our side. That saved us from having to deal with his forces until orange was down. And then also crippling green early on as well. I really didn't see much of anything from them, especially after we so-called, crippled their water supply. Like, these guys don't even have units really. So I guess instead of taking out teal, we could have taken out green or blue instead, since they weren't really producing any units. However, I feel like teal is going to be producing units, even if you killed either green or blue, even into the Toktamish phase. So it's probably worthwhile to kill teal. That's more satisfying to kill someone that's backstabbed you as well. So yeah, that's the level.
Toktamish's betrayal brought Tamerlane to a rare burst of fury. The man that he had regarded as a son, for whom he had sweated and bled, had stabbed him in the back. Tamerlane was forced to halt the Persian campaign to cope with this treachery. Thousands of battle-hardened cavalrymen ceased their pillaging and thundered northwest through the steppe to the lands of the Golden Horde and its allies in Russia. As if foreshadowing the tale to come, the snow of early spring began to fall outside. Winters lasted a long time in these parts, and even the nobles in the hall, clad in their furs, shivered. Tamerlane's vengeance was fearsome to behold, the man whispered.
All right, great. That's the second level of Tamerlane completed. Next time we will go about performing the Harbinger of Destruction, as I'm sure we will take out our friend Toktamish. We've already done this. We've already gone through this backstabbing phase. We dealt with Hussein. We dealt with Teal. We dealt with basically every single person that we've ever been allied with. Come on now, Toktamish. We're experienced in dealing with backstabbers. In any case, that'll be all from me. See you guys next time. Clever Fool signing out.